Township of Powhatan, regular monthly meeting, May 16, 2017, testing.
I wish I could tell you.
Okay, Mayor.
I'll call this meeting to order at 7 p.m. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given to the express time and Star Gazette satisfying the requirements of the Open Public Meeting Act. If we could please stand for a silent prayer and flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we take these minutes together, or do they have to be separate?
They have to be separate because, wait. No, we can take them together.
Do I have a motion for the March 7th and March 21st meeting minutes?
Okay, Babinski? Ortel? Slack is absent. Vangeli?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes. Motion to pay the bills presented in proper form, signed by the director of each department and approved by the majority of members listed on the bill list. And I signed for Slack. They're all signed.
Okay, Babinski? Ortel? Slack is absent. Vangeli?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes. Public comment pertaining to agenda items. Any public comment on any agenda items? Seeing none, we're just going to deviate on the agenda and move up to the proclamation in recognition of National Police Week. If I could just have all of our police officers please come forward. I'd like to present them with this proclamation. So this proclamation is to recognize the police throughout strong, thoughtful, resourceful police department that always, I think, I would say, in the hands of our residents, are always there to respond to great problems. They're really our neighbors, our residents. This is to recognize National Police Week 2017 and honor the service of those law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty while protecting our communities and safeguarding our democracy. Whereas there are approximately 900,000 law enforcement officers serving in communities across the United States, including the dedicated members of the Township of Powhatan Police Department. And whereas there have been approximately 15,548 assault against law enforcement officers in 2015, resulting in approximately 14,453 injuries. Whereas since the first reported death in 1791, more than 20,000 law enforcement officers and dedicated to the Boston sacrifice in the total line of duty. And whereas the names of these dedicated public service are engraved on the walls of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial, Washington, D.C. Whereas 394 new names of fallen heroes are being added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial this spring, including 143 officers killed in 2016 and 251 officers killed in the previous years. Whereas the service and sacrifice of all officers killed in the line of duty will be honored at the National Law Enforcement Memorial Fund 29th Annual Candlelight Vigil on the weekend of May 13, 2017. And whereas the Candlelight Vigil is part of National Police Week, which takes place this year on May 14th through 20th because of the holiday falling on a Sunday. Whereas May 15th is designated as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of all fallen officers and their families, and the U.S. flag should be flown after that. Therefore, be resolved that the Mayor and Council formally designate May 14th through 20th, 2017 as Police Week in the Township of Powhatan, and publicly salute the law enforcement officers in this community and communities across the nation. Yes, that's all right. Thank you. The attorney, go into the engineer's report for anything we have anything public statement.
Just a couple of things to bring council up to date on. On May 2nd, we filed the permit for the MS4, the permit requirements as for the municipal storm sewer system. Don Group keeps excellent records of cleaning work that was done, how much sweeping we've done, training that he does with his group, and all that has to be reported every year, and that permit was filed at the required time on May 2nd. Staying on the same subject, I attended a 2-day seminar with DEP last week, and DEP is going to raise the bar considerably next year, beginning in July, requiring the town to do quite a bit more work to maintain the MS4 permit, also requiring more detailed reviews of when we have applications to verify that we're following best management practices, having proper amount of recharge, et cetera. So this is driven by EPA. EPA has to comply with that. We'll be seeing the regulations next year. I'll keep the council informed. You're aware also there is some water installation work in the Alpha Annex that Alpha is doing for that water work, and we've been observing and monitoring the permit for that. That's all I have.
Is that all late work, that DEP stuff? I mean, how much work?
It's mandated.
But I know it's mandated, but how much better records?
It's just, believe it or not, well, I shouldn't say believe it or not, but Don Group has been keeping very, very good records for all
I
the,
believe it.
yeah, and all the,
Not for not.
yeah, but all the inlets have GPS coordinates on it. Most towns don't have that. That's one of the mandates coming up. So we're probably a little bit more advanced here than some other towns are, but we have to verify that any detention basins facilities are maintained, even if we don't own them. We have to log inspections in when they're done, et cetera. So this will grow, but it's there. And EPA driving. New Jersey's catching it up.
Thank you, Stan.
We need to discuss an item in executive session. We're just going to wait for the township attorney before we break. So with that, I guess we can start with council reports.
It says the DPW report from April 4th to May 16th. They fixed the yard walkways damaged, snow plow. They service the Bomford mowers, which are the mowers we use for mowing along the side of the roads. Service the roller and all the playing fields and all the playgrounds in the school. Service the infield machine, groom the baseball infields and the playgrounds. They took the salt spreaders off the dump trucks and installed the asphalt chutes on each truck. Added infield next to each baseball infield and spread regs with infield machine. Rolled all playing areas, each playground and baseball field and soccer field at Cohasset Township School. Replaced safety mulch under play sets at Huntington and Crestwood Parks. Painted over graffiti on the roadway at intersections of Shine and Liberty Boulevard. Hauled roadstone to repair Ravine Road. They assist the township engineer in filling out the 2017 stormwater management plan, which I was talking about. Have stop bars painted on roadway and installed stop signs at the intersection of Russell and Sinclair Avenues, and then did the township cleanup. I guess whatever you'd like to discuss, we talked about a wish list for bond money. When you want to discuss that, under new business or old business or
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right, right.
Yeah. So make a long story short, they would like to have about 300,000, which 200 of that is for the oil and chip program to do the streets through the municipality, and they have a new dump truck, which could have been bought several years ago for like a quarter, is now 160-some thousand. They have money put away, they would need about 110,000 for a brand new dump truck. That's it. And the other thing that we need to get done is, as you've seen, that parking lot in front of their building is destroyed. If we could get it, milled, they probably have enough money, you know, so what we have to pay it.
So I spoke to Bill Schroeder following up on that with respect to the bond.
Very
healthy,
healthy,
so I think we can look at that.
What
Some of those projects will probably honor a lot of them as far as getting that done. And also, with respect to the cleanup, they did a really good job, considering the weather. But people came, so it was quick too. So they did a great job, and you know, the residents do appreciate that, so.
Thank you.
We still have a temporary financial officer, and that'll be in the next month or so. We're still looking for part-time helper, assistant. Yep, certified. That's going well. The court, looking into hiring a collector counsel, where they're going to collect unpaid traffic. They'll give us the amount, and they tack on a service charge. So that, the court has been working really well.
In April of this year, in Greenwich, they disposed of 424 cases, as opposed to 221 last year.
POHAC cases, it was $10,000 in treasurer, and Greenwich cases, $4,000.
So,
They're really disposing of a lot of cases. That's important. Judge is very respectful. People that lets them walk. Gets the case supports them. We're also going to be looking at hiring 2 people to take the place of Sandy, who dumped the police department. So she's and interview that position, those positions. You have 2 candidates. And I attended a seminar of sorts by the Warren County prosecutors in Philadelphia about the legalization of medicinal and marijuana. Basically, what it was people from Colorado making a speech and letting us know that it's cracked up. We have to watch out. It was an interesting position.
They just introduced a bill and trend to legalize it. It'll be vetoed, but whatever happens next year, so. Excellent. Now.
We cleaned up, it went pretty well. I'd like to thank the chief. Everything went excellent. I spent a couple hours here, and it was great. It was great. The system that we had, the road crew did a good job, and things went extremely well. Very, very well. And, you know, both departments did a good job. When we do our budget, I'll tell you what, we need a lot of money to fix up, to put this paper barrier up in, the attic. You know, we can't forget about that. And then the playgrounds need fencing, they need macadam. I need everything, but I don't know what we're gonna do. What do you wanna do? Let them go?
But the parks?
Yeah. The fencing is terrible, the macadam is terrible.
They've just repaved some of the,
Huh?
some of the macadam has just been repaved. Some of the parks, right, Huntington? Crestwood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have to, the pavilion down here at, the park in Warren Glen, you know, we need a lot of fixing up there. I'm just telling you guys,
So Sal, the proposal, or you just saying?
well, I'm not going to spin my wheels and we do nothing. It takes a lot of time.
Well, Mayor,
You have to say, Sal, we have $1 million for you to fix it up. I'm just not gonna spin my wheels.
don't you think we need to write that down?
Yeah.
I get it.
Get a list and an action plan. What do you want to see get done?
And propose.
Cost.
Expenses.
Yeah.
I can't ask people for prices. I'll just give my estimates myself.
Okay, well, I don't know how accurate they'll be, but
We need a lot of money.
Sal, you have subcontractors do things, have them come and get their prices.
I'll quote it.
For every job, take a look at the fence down Warren Glen.
For the jobs you think are the highest priority, Sal, why don't you do that?
Pick your top three. All right. Anything else, Sal?
As of now, no.
Okay. A couple of things on the agenda. Just wanted to bring to our attention. The first is to place a referendum question on the November ballot with respect to increasing the purpose for which open space trust can be utilized. Currently on our open space resolution, it does not include recreation funding. This would expand the scope of that to also include for recreation. I looked up 18 of the Warren County municipalities. I couldn't find all of them because they don't all use E-code, or the other websites, but I couldn't find another one that didn't include recreation. So we're one of the only towns that does not include that use. All we're doing is putting it on the ballot for the voter to decide. And what that does is it allows to use the open space monies to be then used for preservation of land for recreation purposes. The logic behind this is for a bigger scope. If moving down the line we want to go towards preserving the land and using money behind the school or ball fields, this would be a mechanism to help pay for that. I told the Recreation Association that I would bring it forward towards the council and put on the ballot. So there's a lot of other steps that need to take place. But I said
we could
to do is put them out on the voters to decide. I think generally with open space referendum questions, they have like a 95% approval when they're on the ballot. So generally, voters do approve it because ultimately it's being preserved. So that is what that resolution is. Also, and I'll follow up more on this later this evening, but is to remove the affordable housing deed restriction on the Shimer Manor School. We have not used those monies to pay for that school, and speaking with our new planner, he has told us that under those circumstances, that area needs to be used for color the way it sits now, without being completely redone. So it took our new planner 3 months to come up with that restriction, whereas I think this has been in place since 2012. This deed restriction. So this would be removing that because it's just not going to happen. It's not something that's going to take place up there. And it doesn't make sense to keep that deed restriction.
Why was it never put on in the first place? Because it was never there before.
Well, we were told we had from our prior planner we could do, there would be a veterans housing that was interested in that property when we would rehab that structure.
You didn't
No,
do that.
Yes, but that was ancillary very recent. The reason we did it in 2012, Steve, was because at that time, they were going to take all the money of the state. We had over $500,000, I think about $550,000 sitting there. So unless you had that, some mechanism to say that money's committed, the state's going to take it. So the only thing that the company was very creative at the time was we said, hey, wait a minute, we bought the school, we had debt on it. If we put the deed restriction on, we can say we're going to repay ourselves. So that's why we did it. Right now, that's no longer a concern because the state never carried through on their threat to take it. And so I think it's safe to say, because Mayor's right, it's not going to develop for COA, that's for sure at this point. And this gives you the flexibility to, put it back in the market or whatever you want to do with it, but, I think it's more valuable for the residents if the restriction's gone.
So that's.
It did cost us, I mean, very sensitive restrictions, it's like cost you to do it. And if you remember, in this budget, when Bill came, I specifically made sure we didn't use any of the money. So you would have the flexibility.
Yeah, the money unfortunately never been used to subsidize that much myself. It was just with that, even though it ended up being not being effective.
The other resolution, that money can only be used for purchase, it can't be used for maintenance.
Can be.
It can be used for maintenance.
Yes, can be used. If you look at the proposed question, Steve, that I drafted, that's exactly out the statute. Statute actually was expanded subsequent to your guys' initial vote, although it did always include recreation.
Is that what we can use farmland preservation money to save for maintenance of waste?
It doesn't have to be, it's just an and again, you guys can choose not to put some of the items on there if you want. I put the whole ball of wax in there, the way the statute's currently drafted. And Mayor's right, I mean, it always did include rec, and it always did include the store. The maintenance of those facilities was added recently, as was the water.
By the state.
By the state statute, yes.
But
So you can pick and choose, but I think
But the other two is,
Anything that would be increased, we'd have to raise the open space tax because everything that is already being collected is allocated. So we wouldn't be able to put that money because it's already being used for preservation purposes anyway, so our dollars are.
So you're talking about going forward with money that's sitting there, I don't even know how much money.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'd say if this passes, then we have to talk about raising the open space tax to pay for the new projects. Because I think everything that's out that is earmarked is being used.
I think you guys are at 2 cents on this question.
I think so.
I hate to tell you, but then that should be on the resolution that goes to the voters, the taxes are gonna go up.
Well, no,
It would be unfair.
Mine specifically says to the contrary. The way I set up the question you guys read.
No, I did not read it.
In your initial referendum years ago, I think 2 or 3 days later, this must go back to Judge Post. But you guys set ordinance maximum of 5 cents per hundred. And then the way you guys have the ordinance set up is you guys have the right annually to float anywhere between 0 and 5. So I don't think you need to change that, because I don't think you guys have been at 5 in quite some time. But annually, you guys could decide to go 3 cents next year if you wanted, or 2, or 1, or 0. So you have.
Because it has fluctuated, right?
Yeah, so it's gone backwards actually in the last few years. So my question says specifically, we're not proposing to increase the ceiling of 5 cents per hundred. I'm assuming you guys didn't want to do that, given everybody's, you know.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, so but you would still have, just like you've always had the ability to go anywhere between 0 and 5 cents. I think, as I said, now you guys are on the low side of it at 2 cents, I think, is your budget. So that's not changing. You guys can change that anytime you want. And again, I would assume you didn't want to change the maximum because, you know,
No.
people are not, you know, it's a tough
I don't
economy.
think it's, there's not a lot of farmland preservation.
Yeah. So all you're really doing is this,
Still, anyway.
all you're really doing is expanding the categories to conform with everything the statute arguably allows you. It still gives you guys the flexibility of here to do any of that, none of that. So that's where it is.
And it's still,
I can't even restore it with that right now. It's just for, I've never seen what that was used to. It's just farmland and open space.
Well, the time it's probably made sense, I don't know what that was done.
Yeah.
this is long term.
Like, the only way to do it, if you want to increase, you cannot do it just by some ordinance, it has to be this process to put it on the ballot. That's specifically in the statute. When you back up the vote and say, hey, let's expand the categories, they have to vote on that, just like.
So that is historic too.
Maintenance for any of those, bonding for any of those, and actually also blue water projects, which we actually had a couple of years ago.
Okay, so then the next question is who decides? I mean, someone, the rec will have to do work this or preservation society have to come to us and say, hey.
Oh, yeah, the system stays right here.
Yeah.
They'll say it's the council's decision.
Yeah, because there's actually, in research, there are some municipalities that have like an open space advisory council. I think it's strictly advisory, but they have like segment down to another level, but it's still, all it does is there's 2 extra scopes on there. So.
That would be on the November ballot.
Yeah, you would be on the general election ballot, which I think actually in your case would be a good thing, because it's going to be a governor election, so you get a pretty decent turnout, so you can get a good sense of people, you know, what they're.
It's binding too, right?
It is binding either way, up or down, and it costs you 0. As long as we go with the general election ballot, county clerk will add that, nothing is free. Well, in terms of the cost of the tax, the cost of the referendum, they print it, they do all the balloting. That's it.
That's all I have on that. I would like to go into a brief executive session with respect to, what would that be one?
I defer to the attorney, but I think it might be like a land use type of matter.
Potential litigation, personnel, contract, what is it about?
This is potential litigation.
All right.
That would be, yeah, that would fall in this.
Okay, and I would say that it,
Should put personnel in there too or not?
We're
we're
gonna
gonna go back to that.
Sorry.
Oh, two
executive
Oh, I got it. I'm sorry.
Because I
Just
want
want to get.
You didn't mention.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So this one, I would say, will be about 20 minutes, and action may have a motion for executive session.
You said the engineer, no?
He's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to call the roll. So,
Pardon me. You're not there for the second one, you're there for the first one.
Babitsky?
Yes.
Ortell? Angeli?
Yes.
Kern?
Understood. Okay. All right, do I have a motion to come out of executive session?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Kevin,
We had discussion with,
Thank you.
Red tape issues, if you will, with respect to trying to get their septic system approved. It's been bumped on DEP, because of size issues, and now we're seeking a waiver to actually reduce it down to an appropriate size. that requires the municipality to execute a treatment works approval application for the property owner. We had that discussion with Stan Strecker, our township engineer. He had no issue with the waiver. He's comfortable with the calculations, and he's comfortable with executing the TWA application as the township engineer. So we would need a action on the resolution to authorize him to do that. One condition we will impose on slightly revised on this resolution to indicate that it's conditioned upon any third-party approvals that may be required in conjunction with the TWA application. Specifically, there is a potential for the County Agricultural Development Board needing to take a look at it, but that'll be up to them. So if somebody wants to move the resolution, then
That's the last one on the resolution list, if you want to take that separate.
so that's what we'll discuss in executive session. You want to take it down, that's fine.
Let's just do it now, I'll move it.
Okay, Babinski?
Yes.
Wortel? Vangelis?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes. Okay, we'll have a second one later. I just want to continue, since I was in the middle of my report. Dave Slack is not here tonight, so I'll read the police report. The police department responded or documented 111 incidents. The police department issued 141 traffic summonses and generated 23 criminal charges. The criminal investigation unit opened 20 new cases. The department investigated 13 motor vehicle accidents. April and May is a very busy training month for the officers. They completed their semi-handgun qualifications, quarterly rifle qualifications, and mandatory agency training. These trainings consisted of use of force, pursuit driving, domestic violence update, FBI terrorism reporting protocols. The department will also be participating in the upcoming Click It or Ticket campaign. The campaign will run May 22nd through June 4th. So that's the police report. There was an interesting, I sent this to Wanda and Kevin and Joe Rossi. There were some issues that were going back and forth following the presidential election with respect to signs, people keeping political yard signs up, and there's been a couple towns that the court has ruled that their yard signs are unconstitutional as far as restricting someone's right to free speech. So I think similar to what happened a couple years ago with respect to the sexual offender predator law, they all had to be repealed. I think that's something that we should consider before we open ourselves up to a lawsuit, because I know we had a couple issues and complaints in our town, people citing our ordinance, but it's not, I don't think it was important, so I think we should review that before something happens. The other thing I wanted to...
Mayor, can I ask a question on that? Because we have sign ordinances, like for all the commercial places and everybody, would they be required for that?
No, this is strictly political.
This is only strictly for political signs. So they could be up,
We
okay.
have a thing, we have in our ordinances 30 days after for political yard signs. So I think we would, I think I would look at, I don't know what to suggest, I would look at the ruling to see what came down. But
You're saying the signs stay available.
political yard signs.
Is there going to be a size restriction?
I believe there's,
So-
We're talking about an 8 by 16
No,
foot sign.
I think there's still a size restriction, but for if you're campaigning normal yard sign, I don't think you can restrict that. Because ours says 30, it doesn't speak to size, it's 30 days prior, 30 days after.
Because the one sign is on 519.
Oh,
That's the size issue.
Yeah, that's and now that sign is up on the side of the hill. So I still see the sign every day. But I don't look at it.
Well, you should.
But I think we're going to allow signs to be up in perpetuity.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
There should be some kind of size restriction.
Basically, they said that it's kind of gray area. You don't know whether, 6 months in your ordinance, would that be okay? You have to let them up, there really Supreme Court just threw out, it wasn't in the state of New Jersey, but it went to the U.S. Supreme Court. They threw out a similar municipal ordinance in some other state. But they didn't say, give any guidelines to what might be acceptable. So the ACLU, like they run around and challenge some New Jersey specific ordinances, and they want all. So that's what Jim was saying, right about that. I don't know what we can do. Basically, the Supreme Court said, hey, unless it impacts public health and safety, like it's a slight distance issue or visibility issue, maybe.
I could put a billboard in my front yard.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, you're right, safety, we have to have some reasonable restrictions on the size, otherwise it would be ridiculous. But just telling you, it hasn't been tested yet in the court system, and I don't want us to be the test case to get sued, so.
Well, the other thing too is, in our ordinance, the size doesn't, it's not addressed. So I think as long as if a sign or something was large, I think if they were to sue on that, they would lose, but we're a little more but ours are separated, so I don't think someone could be able to challenge, they lose on one, and they don't have the other.
Well, Bloomsbury, there's still a couple of yards that have normal size.
Yeah.
Trunk and signs in their front yard.
Yeah.
One on 519 is ridiculous.
No, there's some in Alpha, there's some in Parkside.
There's one right by Alpha Fed.
Yeah.
We did issue a series of records on that one,
Yeah, got it. Yeah, it's still,
Again, I think,
Just something to be aware of. And the last thing I wanted to bring up that I've been kind of shooting around is also with respect to the Shimer School. I've been thinking about the location where it is, how it's not a very desirable location, and speaking with the residents. I think something that I would like to explore is the demolition and turning that into a public green up there, as far as not necessarily a playground park, but a green area with like a gazebo type concept, somewhere where the town center could be, redo that wall. I think one that would improve that neighborhood dramatically, and I think also increase the property value. And also, I think it would be nice, you're starting to see some work being done on 122 Brunswick Avenue. Obviously, the gas station is a whole other issue, but I think that would be a nice, it could be really nice for the community 30, 50, 100 years down the road as far as that neighborhood. They really don't have anything like that up there, one. Two, the school has been, I don't know what year the school was built in the 40s, it's not that old. And it was never on the tax roll to begin with, so it's not as if we would be losing this major tax rateable. And I think anything that we do up there would come with some resistance from that section of town, and I don't foresee that this being something that people would oppose. Obviously, aside from price, which this is the type of thing that would bond for, because this is something people would enjoy for a very long time. But I'd like us to explore it. I'm not saying to commit a marry anything, but I'd like to get some prices on some things, see what it would cost to demo the structure, have a plan piece down there. I talked to Stan very briefly about it conceptually, as far as what cost would be to demo, and they have some in-house designer parts as well. But that's something that I think would be a major benefit of the town. I wanted to put it out there. I wanted to seek the governing body permission to really get some quotes on it potentially. Ironically, the deed restriction, it does not come exactly, that's kind of what we're thinking about it, that we're going to be going with Pellets, so I wanted to put that out there, see what council thought, and kind of proceed slowly. That's all I have.
So we want to move on to, I guess, the attorney report, go backwards. I think I'm
I brought up the resolution.
I think one point that we talked about, sign record and deed restrictions and the referendum question. There is some code stuff going on with the road decisions, but it's just kind of not treading the river.
Yeah.
So, trying to keep that litigation on the slow burner as far as the township is concerned, so.
I have an attorney question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so down the road, the railroad has, Chris Scotty or whoever has a piece of property. I guess they thought, well, you're gonna help me out on all the particulars because it's too complicated. It's not that complicated, but I guess they put a driveway in to go up off of River Road to do perk tests and that sort of thing. Is that correct?
Yes.
So far?
Mhm.
A resident down there, who we all know well, has complained that the driveway is too close to his, was it on his property or too close?
He
to
says
his
it's
property?
right on the property line.
Okay, and I don't know, I guess Joe Rossi's been down, go ahead, you tell him.
Okay,
It's a railroad issue,
right.
Well,
I
yeah,
had a
nobody
complaint
seems to
from
know
a
what to do
resident
about it.
who, his property borders the railroad property, and he came in quite upset because the railroad just put in what he calls is a driveway, and went back there very close to his property without getting permits, no driveway permit, no easement, no nothing, no notice to the neighbors, nothing. So we contacted the engineer's office, and we learned that from the railroad that they were thinking about building a house there, that they just did the switchback road, that they were looking into whether it would perk or not, and they may want to build a home there. It wasn't for Chris Cotty, it was Kim Baringa. So, they said if it perked and they decided to move forward, they had every intention of coming to the municipality to get all their permits. In the meantime, the neighboring property owner is still upset because they didn't have permits, he didn't have anything, he wants them to put the property back the way it was. So what happened?
That's the only point would be is that our driveway permit limits, I don't believe is triggered unless it's a driveway going in conjunction with an actual use of the property. In other words, if you're just cutting
A farm road.
A farm road in so you can get up there and see if you want to develop.
Yeah.
That's not covered by any, so no permits would be required in my view. The only time in that case we'd have jurisdiction is if there's some type of runoff coming into our road, we could say, hey, you gotta dress it up, put
Yeah.
some gravel on the first 30, 40 feet or something, but unless, if they're just trying to do some due diligence and do perk tests, that's not a driveway. That's simply getting into the property that would be my.
The neighboring property owner feels that it is, and that they should have been required to get permits, and it's too close to his property line, they should have never accessed it from there anyway.
There's something more,
Always something going on.
but the thing is, I rode down there and I couldn't even see where the driveway was.
Well, that's the end of the story. Again, my view is it's not.
I just wanted to find out, because it keeps going back and forth and back and forth.
I think I addressed it.
Your legal opinion.
I addressed it verbally at one point, Wanda, I think, but I can put that in writing.
Put it in writing.
Yeah.
Because I backed up Joe on that, because I think that's what Joe Rossi had thought, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
he claimed that it was a railroad jurisdiction, right? That was, which I don't.
Well, there is no such thing.
No.
All right, I can only on the tracks. You got me
Yeah.
is there a letter complaint from the resident?
No, I just get a visit every week or
Supposed
so.
to be on the phone.
Just Joe Rossi, maybe Joe.
A memo, I'll do a memo.
Can you copy me on it just so I have it, because a lot of times I get,
And then if residents come in, they can get a copy of the letters, if a resident.
Can you give me some type of street address or lot block?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. All right, take care of that.
Thank you.
Anything else, Kevin?
No, no.
Resolutions.
Oh, Mayor, can you take action on the proclamation? I know you read it, but,
Oh, yeah.
Motion to
You
move
move the proclamation.
okay, Babinski, Ortel, Vangelli.
Yes.
Kern.
But it passed. Resolutions, does anyone have any issue taking them all together, with the exception of the last one? Because we already have.
I'll say this.
So
moved. All right.
Okay. Babinski, Ortell, Vangelis,
Yes.
Kern.
Yes. Oh, we have no ordinances.
You guys, I just want to double check, guys, because I included that ballot question. You guys satisfied with the way I set that up and everything?
I did not read the but based on the explanation,
Yeah, but I'm gonna, Wanda, I think what we should do with that,
I have some issues with it, but, you know.
let's ship it down to the county clerk. I want to make sure she's okay with the form of it.
Well,
Or do you think that's wise at this point, because she's the one that's gonna have to approve it?
right, but does council want to just take a little time and review the question?
I would
Because,
like to put it on the next month.
Are we okay?
yeah, we are, because we have till August to put it on.
Okay. That's fine.
Because I didn't even prepare our municipal ballot. I wait till after the primary.
Leave it the way it is. You guys look at it, and then we'll just ratify it at the next meeting.
So we are taking action, or are we not?
We already did, so let's just leave it there, but I want to send it down to the county, so make sure everybody's looked at it, make sure you're all comfortable. And if for any reason somebody isn't on it,
Pat Cole as
Yeah.
well, while we're there.
Yeah, well, we're saying make sure it's okay.
to make sure it's okay form-wise.
If she finds something, we find out. Like, yeah.
When it's
Okay.
too
So
late.
that'll give us a chance, and then if somebody wants to change it, we'll change it next month. Okay? And then if she wants to.
Should we move that by official
Declaration.
It's approved, so let's leave it there.
Okay.
What we're saying, and then we have to change it a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
Anytime I'll pass on.
Okay, so we're approving everything.
Yeah.
And taking the Shimer School deed off, and then, the mayor and I will execute that deed for the attorney?
Yeah.
Okay.
Motions,
Did we take a roll call now?
No, I didn't. I'm going to do it now. You ready? We'll call the roll. Babinski, Ortell, Vangelis?
hold on, one thing, with, we're at resolution?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Vangelis
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes. Motions, we need to make a motion, for Brian Porter, who is doing, according to Andrew, who's there with him, doing a great job. So I think it's great that we're able to send him already to start to take his courses as a finance officer. I would just want that motion to be subject to a contract drafted by Kevin that would stipulate that if he leaves Cohacon 2 years after being appointed as CFO, he would have to pay the courses that we're paying for. So I just want to, I think that's a fair, agreement for him. A lot of police departments do that, we do that with our police.
After completion.
After,
Yeah.
Well,
and
after
he's appointed, he's got to be appointed CFO. He would pay that back. Or if he leaves intermediary.
I just
I just want to put that in there, that, we're going to invest in him, but he's got to invest in us.
This is not complete course. Satisfactory.
Anything else?
Steve, they have to pass it through first, don't usually?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not an issue. He doesn't get paid back after.
Well, no, we're gonna lay out the money up front. Because, yep, to allow him to enroll.
What's your gut feel?
I'm not concerned at all about it, to be honest. But
You have to get an 80 or better on everything.
I think he'll be fine, I just think that,
As far as moving forward for employees, if we're gonna pay for their schooling, they should, give us the service that we need to, once we've invested.
So you want, how far down the board is it?
2 years.
Years after the CFO.
After, well, Mayor, are we, you can appoint a non-certified person as CFO. Do you mean after he achieves certification
After he
and
achieves certification.
appointed CFO?
Sorry,
Okay?
Yes.
Good
Good
point.
point, because if he gets appointed,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. That's what I mean.
Okay.
You have the summer help in there twice.
I do? Oh, I apologize.
Not sure.
Is that gonna be $12.50 an hour like it was the last time? For summer help?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't pay any more.
Okay. So, take these motions all together then?
I'll do that. Same.
Okay, Babinski?
Yes.
Ortel? Vangelli?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes. Public comment, any general public comment?
And I know that it's for political only, but my only concern is if there's a political square sign, are they gonna be like limited to the amount? Someone would have them like do 10 right across the front of their property? So they still only have the small political signs, but it's, so that's my only concern, that's gonna be a real bad eyesore.
No, that's it's a quality of life.
I didn't think of that.
It's a great concern.
Yeah.
So you're saying one per block and lot?
Well, my only concern is one is not so bad, but if they line them up.
No, you're right.
It's pretty tacky.
Case is extremely broad. You're right. The way you do the will seems to imply that there's little to no regulations. So, yeah, you're right. Theoretically, you put 10 small signs up, there's still a lot of square footage we add all up.
There's people that will do that, so.
I think we'll probably, maybe we'll look to tweak it, but we should still put some reasonable restrictions on it. And then someday somebody wants to sue us over it, so be it. But at least we're trying to keep that equitable.
Yeah, I think if we make it a little,
Like if it's
You're probably going to get tied into a square footage amount, like Steve said. So, like you said, count individually. We'll try to find something.
any other public comment?
I'm going to get this down the road. I just wanted to say I called Jeff at DPW, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name, and requested them to drop off wood chips at the community garden. And I didn't expect them to respond right away because I knew they were getting ready for the township cleanup. And I was amazed how quickly he was able to respond and drop it there. I just wanted to thank him and the whole DPW for it.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
Supervisor, one council today, dropped off our emergency operation plan, which was updated, I'd like to thank all of the department heads for reviewing the annex plan, and we make corrections so we can get it in. We did get it in 5 months early, because sometimes it's out there, should be county, also state. And this plan is very important, because it's without having a approved emergency operation. Town is eligible, and you mean one, that was absolutely. So it's very important. It's supposed to be updated every 5 years. Assistant coordinator. One other thing, I really asked council to think about what council is on what ownership the ownership program is about 8 years behind. don't maintain the road, you know, next year you're gonna see that $250,000. What we're trying to enter should have been done this year. And this is the one that, even if you get the money together, companies that we have in, they're already scheduled, and you only have so many months that they can do that kind of project. So you might have missed the boat year. That's it. Fire, trying to enter, oil ship, all the rest of the roads, that's all here. Every year, it's not funded. I can't maintain the road. They're getting to the point like the crack so much that you can't crack it all. Machine, put the hot tar and cracks and seal. And that's what oil ship does. It's just like your driveway at home. You know, anybody that has a driveway and asks for a driveway, they seal it, and then every couple of years they seal it again. It's the same thing with roadways, just, you know, putting stone down. And then you can't keep going on like this because the roads get so bad. They get so bad that they have to be redone. They're not at that point yet, but they're very close. Like I said, years without that. It's just local council needs to find it's really neat. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other public comment?
I have a public comment. Oh, it's gonna be good for the public.
Yeah.
So Wayne Willow tore a house down, and in the attic of the house was an aerial view of Cohasset Township taken in 1968. So he gave it to me, and we talked about it, and I said, I'll just get it restored, because it was kind of beat and set in the attic. And I'll get it framed and mounted, and I'm sure we could find a place to hang it up there. So that's what's back here. So anyway, I can take it out of this plastic, but it's cool. I'll just do this for now. So maybe, the DPW guy or something, so we can hang it up. That's the right way? So that's it. And it's kind of cool to look at, and look, there's no Route 78, and there's traffic circles, and there's dairy farms right on Route 22, and no Walmart and no Home Depot, where the rest are, kind of anyway, but that stuff isn't there. So I think that was kind of cool, and instead of throwing it out, it should be hung up. So that's what, and Shiner's is still there and all that.
No, it just ends.
Yeah, just stop, that's what it is. That's it.
That's awesome.
That's the end of my public comment.
Thank you.
Thanks. Where do you want to hang it?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
It could be in the room, it could be out in the hallway by the zoning office, it could be anywhere, you know, so. Someplace we should stand back and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Right back.
What, next to the quilt? Or
No,
on,
maybe right there?
in between the door and that little alcove thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Donnie, got that? Special assignment.
Tom, see if you can find a stud on a wire or a pipe or something. There's hooks on the back. There's a hook on the big heavy hook on the back. They should use the hammer and wall.
All right, no other open public comment. So we need a motion for executive session for personnel.
And I believe that's it, right, Mark?
Well, yeah.
Just personnel.
Personnel. Yeah, action will be taken, and I anticipate
Few minutes. So do I have
I
a
have a
motion?
motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Okay, Babinski, Ortel, Vangelli, Kern.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to have executive session.
all in favor?
Hold on, Sal, wait till after.
Sal, say aye.
Okay.
We had discussion in executive about our interim CFO, Paul, who was actually previously our full-time CFO. And he's indicated an ability to continue on an interim month-to-month basis. And we don't know quite how long that's going to go, so my suggestion is we do a motion to continue Andrew Capola's status as our interim CFO indefinitely on a month-to-month basis.
So moved.
Okay, Babinski, Ortel,
Yes.
Vangelli,
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
The new personnel report, which I'll leave that to Wanda, I don't know their names or anything.
Okay. The Councilman Ortel and the Court Administrator Cindy Lear make a recommendation to make an employment offer to Teresa Kemple, who would work Monday through Friday, 9 to 1, but all day Thursday, and Maria Kenya, who will work Monday through Friday, 12:30 to 4:30, all day Thursdays. And that's it? Oh, and it's $12 an hour for both.
Second.
Okay. Babinski, Ortel, Vangelli,
Yes.
Kern.
Yes. Yeah. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
That is beautiful.
Chief, I'll see you out in the rain.